What is good, y'all? It's Anime K here. Now, for this video, you see the title. I've got 5 itachi quotes that you can live by. So, obviously, watching Naruto, you can take a lot of stuff from Naruto and a lot of stuff the characters say and a lot of stuff that happens, and you can learn a lot and you can apply it to your everyday life, really. And you can, even though it's a no. People would call it a cartoon, but even though it's an animation, even though it's not in a sense real, you can take stuff from it and apply it to your real life. If you go what I mean. So I have 5 quotes here of Itachis that you can apply to your everyday life, or just 5 quotes just to get you thinking. Get you really thinking. Like, damn, because these writers are amazing. Kishimoto and whoever else is on the writing team, they're amazing at like getting you to think, and like they're amazing at like making it relatable to your everyday life. But let me stop talking here. No further ado, I'm gonna get into the video. So my first quote is I actually don't think something like perfection exists. That is, I think, why we are born able to absorb things, and by comparing ourselves with something else, we can finally head in a good direction. Now, what I take from this, so the first part, I actually don't think something like perfection exists. And he's right there, because nothing is ever perfect. Nothing can be perfect. Nothing is 100%, no one's perfect. Everyone has the flaws in life, and it's okay that you have your flaws in life, It's just best that, this is what I take from it anyway, it's just best that you just keep going, and improve on your flaws, and just in general become a better person in life. And I have flaws. You watching this, you watching my video right now, you have flaws as well. Everyone has flaws, and it's just basically saying it's okay. And the rest of it, that is, I think, why we are born able to absorb things, and by comparing ourselves with something else, we can finally head in a good direction. See, it's good to absorb knowledge. It's good to, we all grow as we get older. The more knowledge we get, the more we grow. So it's okay. And if we all have good guidance and good people around us, we can all be pushed in the right direction and follow our path on this thing we call life, this beautiful thing, you know what I mean? So that's what I kind of take from that quote. So, just no one's perfect, and it's okay. We all have our flaws, and as long as we have good people around us, we taking all the information we get from our parents, from our teachers, from our, whoever you meet on your journey of life, yeah. And that's what I take from. That's what I just take from this quote. Now the second quote I have: don't be so quick to judge me. After all, you only see what I choose to show you. So let me read that again. Don't be so quick to judge me. After all, you only see what I choose to show you. Now, what I take from this quote, right, and I'm sure a lot of you know probably what I'm going to say, is you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I know you've heard that saying before. And you shouldn't judge people by the way you see them. Like, let's take in a fighting sense. Just because someone's small doesn't mean he doesn't have a good punch in him. Doesn't mean he doesn't have he can't hit you, he can't knock you out just because you're tall and you're small. You should always expect the unexpected, All I take is a sense of, just because someone's happy, or just because someone seems happy on the inside, people can deal with great pains, and especially males, the way we can't express ourselves. Sometimes, if you guys know you have a friend, or girls, if you have a boyfriend, you should always check him to see if he's okay, because like this says, you only see what I choose to show you. So sometimes people, they'll only show you a side that they want to show you, but behind closed doors and in private, they could be sad, they could be depressed, or in a fight. If you judge a book by its cover and you don't expect anything, that's how you get hurt. And I've been victim of that before. I underestimated a small guy, and in the heat, and I got, I felt that I basically paid for that, you know what I mean? So what I take from this quote is just don't judge a book by its cover, and always try to think, is that person really okay? Is the class clown in your class the person that's making you laugh? Is he okay when he's at home? Always check on people, it's always good to check on people. But for the third quote, When the power of love overcomes the love for power, the world will know peace. So, and I read it again, when the power of love overcomes the love for power, the world will know peace. And what I take from this quote, I might make this a little series actually if it does well, but what I take from this quote is basically there's so much hate, racism, sexism, just there's so much hate and stuff in the world. If love could overcome it and everyone can love each other, that's when the world will be at true peace. Because the world cannot be with racism, with everything that goes on with people just hate, not being able. If people can't accept, if you can't just accept everyone for who they are, and where it be skin color, religion, who they're into, where it be male or female. If you can't accept them for who they are, and if there's even just 1% of discrimination in the world would never be at true peace. I always wonder, and I don't know if you guys wonder as well. I always wonder what the world was like before racism, before all this hate. What was it just a peaceful time? Or I'd love to go back in time just to see what it was like. So I bet it was what Itachi was talking about. I bet the world was at peace. I bet it was just a peaceful time. Black people were all in African, Jamaican, that were all together. No hate between no hate in each other, and any other cultures as well. I bet. I just always wonder, was the world at peace? Was it a better time back then? Because right now, the world's getting better. Obviously, after slavery, after everything that's happened, or after the Holocaust, after so much stuff. The world's getting there, the world's getting better, people are being more accepted, people can be more open about, males can be more open about their emotions, LGBT, they can be more open, BLM is a big movement, and, the we're going in the right place, and probably after, we're watching this, after we're all gone, maybe 50, 60 years, it'll be in a better place, and, I just hope the world just gets back to the way it was before all this hate and discrimination. And that's what I take from this quote. I think that's what Itachi meant by that quote. And tell me if you agree though. But look, fourth quote here: people's lives don't end when they die. It ends when they lose faith. Now, what I take from this quote is, look, when you die, your lives don't. When these lives don't end, it means the memories that people have of you don't end. Your family will remember you. Your kids, your wife or girlfriend or whatever, or your friends, whoever you made an impact on, they won't forget you. So your spirit, the memory of you will always be here. But while you're alive, if you give up faith, or you give up and you don't just push, and you just don't, and you just give up on life and just sit around and don't do nothing, that's when your life will end. And what he means by that is you're just not going to go nowhere. You're just going to be in a standstill. Them homeless people that you see in the street, they've given up on life. Maybe not necessarily all of them, because you don't really know the situation of all of them, but some of them are probably giving up on life. Just probably gave up a long time ago, or however they got into that situation, they gave up. So it's not, what I take from that is, you shouldn't give up. You should always push through. You should always find some way to just keep going forward and keep living your life, because, we don't all have a long time on this earth, and you should always, just live your life. You know what I mean? And just don't give up. And that's what I take from that quote. And yeah. So what I take from this quote is, once you give up, it's like your life stopped. Your life's ended. You've given up. You've just given up on pushing forward at all, But last but not least, and this is one of my favourite ones. Oh, they're all good ones. I like all of them, obviously, but this is one of my favourite ones. I actually have this in my bio on my Instagram. You should go follow me. It's foolish to fear what we have yet to see and know. So let me read that again. It is foolish to fear what we have yet to see and know. And what I took from this, my first impression when I saw this quote, is we all die one day, right? Let's get that out there. And I think it's just foolish to fear death and to fear what happens, because like that quote says, you've not seen it, you don't know what happens, you just have to accept it, you know? Or, you know, if people live their lives fearing it so much, no one would go out, no, you wouldn't go to work, you would just stay inside. You know, you'd be scared because anything can happen to you while you go out. Obviously, nothing's promised. So, if you live your life like that, you just won't go nowhere. You'll just be stuck inside, and you'll just be miserable. So you just have to, don't fear what's not happened yet. Don't fear what you don't know, because you don't know. So just don't even try to think about it, because you're gonna give yourself a headache. You're just gonna make yourself depressed. Just go live life, and eventually, when you pass, you know, if you know you've lived life to the fullest, you know, that you'll have no regrets. You know, that's what you do. We live life to have no regrets. So that's what I take from that quote. So if you don't know what's gonna happen, or you can play it as anything, you know, if you just fear something that you've not even seen yet, then it's just rubbish. You know, you should always just live your life, live life with no regrets, and yeah. That's what I take from that quote. Just live life with no regrets. But look, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you agree with me breaking down these quotes. Tell me if you like me breaking down these quotes. I can do more. And tell me if you like these quotes. You know, I'll put them up on the screen. So if you want to screenshot them, you know, maybe post them on stories or whatever, put them in your bios, whatever. I'll put them up there. But look, yeah, I like this little series thing, because Itachi is one of my favourite characters, and he's very smart, and you can learn a lot from him. You know, I might do a part 2 to this of Itachi, but I want to do other characters as well. But if this video does well and people like it, I'll definitely do a part 2. But like, comment, subscribe, share the video. This has been Anime K, and peace. We are out, and thank you for watching this video, whether it's 1 view or 10 views or whatever. I appreciate you just watching this to the end, okay? Thank you. So, peace.